Yo, so this week went pretty well. Um, yeah, just to give a bit of context, my reasons for meditating, my motivations are largely to heal myself physically because I have a physical illness which mainstream medicine isn't really providing any solutions to. I'm just riddled with chronic pain and fatigue, basically, of different forms. Uh, but as well as that, I have a lot of religious and spiritual motivations to meditate as well. I'm like a big believer in Buddhism or yoga or Hinduism, whatever you want to call it. I believe consciousness has basically no ceiling to which it can expand to. I believe that we're kind of hallucinating in our default state of consciousness. I believe that there's an ego or a false self, a hallucinated self, which we're kind of experiencing life through in a trance due to automatically and compulsively identifying with the activity of the mind. I believe that meditation causes you to zoom out and to observe through the witness, which doesn't automatically identify and become the activity within the mind. And I think in that state of consciousness, one is free from certain unnecessary suffering, such as the perpetual feeling of dissatisfaction and craving and desire and fear and suffering and anxiousness that kind of pervade the ego mind. And it's unavoidable, those sufferings, because the ego is form, which is impermanent, and it's designed to fear and to avoid impermanence. But it's like a losing battle because you just can't. So, basically I have a lot of religious and spiritual belief in meditation's benefits. But physical illness is also a huge driver for me. So, in the past, when I've gone all in with meditation, how it works is I'll be sick and tired, and then I'll have a burst of kind of energy, a will that arises from desperation and frustration with life as it's been. And then I'll do 4 or 5 hours of meditation, several days in a row, and I'll have these religious experiences, and it will be otherworldly. But it will also be very destabilizing, and I won't be able to maintain it. So I'm not able to stay consistent with it. So I realized if I want to do this, I need to be patient, and I need to first lay a foundation. I need to lay a foundation that will provide me order and structure and stability so that I can go all in with meditation without it being so destabilizing. So, I sat down with pen and paper and I tried to think, what are habits that I would want deeply embedded in my life that I'd happily do for the rest of my life, that I know are what are the essentials? What are habits that I'd happily do every day for the rest of my life that I know will benefit me and that I know will bring me greater levels of sanity and energy and good sleep and health? So I figured out a few that I'd happily do for the rest of my life, and it consists of sort of 3 stages. There's the morning routine, which involves getting sunlight pretty quick, doing Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, which is basically a 25-minute meditation, getting movement, so yoga plus a bit of body weight exercise if I feel like it that day, but the bare minimum is yoga, and then journaling, which can just be 5 or 10 minutes, but I find it really beneficial. Then there's the midday rest. I find that if I rest in the midday, even if I don't sleep, if I just lights out, eyes closed, detach from the external world, and go within around 1, 2, or 3 p.m., my sleep that night is better, and I enjoy the evening more, and it just feels more it feels more civilized. I don't like being awake all day from morning till night. I don't think it's normal. In hot countries, they have a siesta, and even in northern European countries, before there was artificial lighting, there was always a first sleep and a second sleep. So people would sleep twice in northern European countries before we had artificial light, which isn't that well known, but you can Google it. So I think we're designed to have a nap or a rest. We know that kids need it. Why do we stop? Why do we think that only kids need a nap to not be grumpy, but adults don't? And then I have my evening meditation, which is the 25-minute Kriya again, and then I read in bed, which I know unplugs me from tech and makes sure I get a better night's sleep. So initially this month, I just want to focus pretty much entirely on baking these into my day. I want these to be second nature. I want these to be autopilot. I want these to be ritual, because I know that they will provide me stability and structure. They will provide me that foundation so that I can go all in with the kind of more chaotic Kundalini meditation, which brings with it a lot of that holy electricity, which, can be harnessed to create things and to heal. But again, the holy electricity, if you don't have channels for it to go through, if you don't have a solid foundation, it just destabilizes. So yeah, the first month or two of this year, I just want to focus on these basics. I'm not going to try and go all in with meditation. I'm just going to try and build this kind of foundation of structure and stability. And I also want to making these videos second nature as well, because I find they say what gets measured gets managed. So this is a form of measuring my progress, and it also I feel like it provides me a bit of accountability or something as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy following along, and yeah, I wish you well.